My name's Andrew Jones. I farm at Rackery Farm at Rosset with my wife Jenny. We've been here, well, I came here when I was in 1967. My parents took the tenancy of a fairly dilapidated farm. When I left school in the late 80s, I got an interest for pedigree Holstein cows and graded up a herd and got it registered, and then took the tenancy of the farm off my parents in 1995. I started off, as I say, working for my parents on a tenanted farm, took the tenancy, and then Jenny and myself got the opportunity to buy the farm in 2007. So that was a great point at which we, instead of going from 100 cows to 1,000 cows, we just increased the equity in our business, and that's been pretty successful, and it's given us quite a lot of different options going forward. Then I got diagnosed with Parkinson's disease 6 years ago, and at which point we sold the dairy cows. And then 3 years ago, one of our son-in-laws started renting some of the farm off us to milk some dairy cows here again. And on the rest of the farm, we grow maize and sell that to the Duke of Westminster for his cows. But probably the most successful thing we did 6 years ago was put up a glamping site. We've just coming up, well, we've been going about 5.5 years, I think. 2017, I spotted these safari tents, and it was a game changer. That was. It took me about 90 seconds inside the safari tent to realise, why would you cross the field to go to the toilet or have a shower when you can just use a bathroom in your own private facilities? And I think, as I said, we're probably close to 1,200 families through in that time. And so I'm told that we have 23,000 followers on Instagram. I haven't got a clue how to get on Instagram, but I don't need to. It's my job to pick the team. I don't have to play. As I say to people, you don't play your striker in defence. So as a semi-retired dairy farmer, I never thought I'd be saying that social media was the most important thing in my life. And I'm quite cynical with people when they arrive and they're bloggers and what have you. And I say to people, when did people start following people? Because I thought as a farmer, only sheep do things like that. But life's about opportunities and taking the opportunities. And as I say, it's been great because it's pulled the family to, well, not that the family wasn't already close, but we've got a venture that everybody's involved in. It's like anything, you know, lifestyle changes in any walk of life, and it's no different. The pressures in agriculture to meet the consumer's demand, to meet the environmental challenges. You know, those were things when I first started farming that weren't even considered. And whilst there's a lot of talk about governments and supporting farmers, I think it's immoral that farmers have to rely on handouts to make a business. It's demoralising. It's much, I think the future engagement would be better with the consumer than with any politician. You're such a small number of population that are feeding the rest of the population that you have no clout because there's so few of you, which if I was an MP and I had 50,000 constituents and 10 farmers, ask any farmer why he would listen to the 10 farmers if we got 50,000 people telling him something different. So my view is that the future is with the consumer, not with the politicians. It's a real honour to go around the country representing Holstein UK. I've started at the bottom, if you like, with grading up a herd, and ended up, if there is such a thing as the top, but it's a real honour anyway to be president of Holstein UK. Whilst I accept that farming is part of the problem with emissions and stuff, no one seems to have realised, or very few people seem to have realised, that farmers are the solution. You need photosynthesis to capture carbon, so farmers are the main people with the ability to control photosynthesis with the crops they grow, the hedgerows that they manage, the trees they manage. Involve farmers in every decision at every step of the way, because they will be a big part of the solution. Farmers are all the time trying to save money. They become sustainable by using more slurries and less fertilisers, less chemicals, because, you know, and if the consumer can be part of that as well, and we can join together and go in the same direction. It has lots of buses going in different directions, but it's amazing how much we could achieve if every bus went in the same direction. We're custodians of the countryside. We get, as I say, to work in a great office. There's a lot of politics with what we do, but it's a huge privilege being able to do what we do.